All right, what up? It's Brian Nemiroff here with the 2016 Kentucky Derby Bullet. And we've got 23-year-olds going a mile and a quarter for the very first time. It is a wide open race. And we're going to take a shot with 6 horses here in an exacta box and hope to hit it big. So, all right, let's get right to it. We're going to start with the number 5 horse in here, Gun Runner. So the Louisiana Derby winner coming in for Steve Asmussen has interesting speed figures. Not great, but not bad. He's relatively lightly raced. I like his running style. He has a versatility where he can be closer to the pace or he can drop far back. I think being the number 5 is decent enough position for him. I do like his breeding. He's got the Great Giant on the bottom, and Candy Ride, the hot sire, on top, and he's proven that he can get several horses to go that mile and a quarter trip. So I'm going to roll the dice here with Gun Runner. He's 10-1 morning line, and I think he's going to be right about that, and I think he's worth a shot. All right, so next let's go with number 9, Destin. And so here is a gray giant, trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden by Javier Castellano. I do like that combination. They've won so many big races through the years, and I think that this Tampa Bay Derby winner has a perfect post position. He's a full brother to Creative Cause, who was a very game horse, who came in 3rd, I think, in the Derby and the Preakness. So I think he can show up on the big day. And he's got nice speed figures, actually, for this field. And I think he's eligible to improve. Even though the Tampa Bay Derby is a bit of a longer layoff coming in here, I think that might actually help him in this spot. So we're going to give Destin a shot. All right, next, let's look at the number 11, Exaggerator. So I'll say this about Exaggerator. If it tends to rain before the Derby and we got a sloppy track, put Exaggerator at the top. He loves the slop. The way that he absolutely dominated the Santa Anita Derby was really impressive, but I think this horse can run on the dry surface as well. He always seems to show up. A really beautiful looking Dark Bay by Curlin. You know this one has versatility as well. He can be closer to the pace. He can lay far off it. Exaggerator is going to definitely be bet down. Right now he's the second choice, but I think you're going to see him ending up at like 5-1. Anyway, let's go next to the number 14 horse. We're looking at Mohaymen. Now, Mohaymen was like everybody's darling there for a while, was undefeated until he went into the Florida Derby and kind of laid an egg. But I think, for whatever reason, we're going to cross that one out. I think the rest of his figures are really impressive. I love Kieran McLaughlin as a trainer. You always hear me talk about him. He campaigned Frosted last year to a solid campaign, and I think Mohaymen is one that's kind of being a little dismissed, but actually if you get him at like 10-1, that's really incredible value, so we're going to throw him in there. All right, next we got to look at the 17, More Spirit. So this is Baffert's one horse in here, and being the 17, it's like history says no horse from the 17 has ever won. And that very well might be the case, but I'll tell you a few things that I like about More Spirit. He's never been worse than second in his career. He's a real kind of grinder type. I feel like he'll definitely get the distance. He'll still be running while others are getting tired. I like the Dark Bay by Escandrea, a son of a giant. You're seeing a theme here, I think. I think his breeding suggests that he will relish the distance. His speed figures aren't bad. He seems to always just show up on the scene. So how could you be surprised at all? You got Baffert, you got Hall of Fame jockey Gary Stevens. Would you really be surprised if he won again? And even if he doesn't win, I think he'll come in second or third. So you got to throw him in there. He's 12-1 right now, an honest price for Baffert. All right, and then finally we're going to look at the 19, Brody's Cause. And this is my choice. A terrible post position, frankly, but you know what? This Bay son of Giants Causeway showed a rallying kick in the bluegrass that I have not seen from anyone else. He's very lightly raced. This will be his third start in the cycle. He's already won at Churchill Downs. Dale Romans is due. This guy's been a great trainer for a long time, and I think he realizes that he's got one here. He's definitely going to need some racing luck. Coming from the 19, he's got to get over, save ground. He is definitely a come-from-behind closer type, but I think you're going to see more pace in this race than expected. You're going to see a lot of the closers coming late, and I think Brody's Cause has the most kick of any of the closers, and you're going to see him storming by everyone in deep stretch. And he's, 12-1 also. Great price for him. Alrighty, so that's it. We're going to do that 6-horse exacta box for $2. And we are talking big-time figures if it hits. We're going to do a $2 exacta box. We're using the 5 Gun Runner, the 9 Destin, the 11 Exaggerator, the 14 Mohaman, the 17 More Spirit, and the 19 Brody's Cause. And we'll see what happens.